making chocolate chip cookies. I'm using the Nestle original recipe. So yeah, keep watching. Okay, so first we're gonna go through all the ingredients. There's not too many, which is something I love about this recipe. It's super easy, and it's definitely ingredients that you will have in your house if you ever just want a quick snack. Okay, so we have 2 1/4 cups of flour. Oops, I just spilled some. That's so awkward. Okay, we have 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We have 2 sticks, which is 1 cup of butter. I'm using unsalted butter. Okay, we have 3/4 cups of sugar. I don't want to spill it, but it's there. We have 3/4 cups of packed brown sugar. I love the small brown sugar. Anyways, I have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Also a lovely smell. We have 2 large eggs, which I cracked in a separate bowl because I don't want shells in my recipe. And I have 1 bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And if you want, you can totally add nuts in this recipe, but my brother doesn't like nuts and I don't really want nuts in my cookies. So we're just not gonna do that, but you could definitely add that as an option if you want to. Okay, first we're gonna go walk over to the oven and preheat it to 375 degrees. Does anyone know where the step stool is?
No.
Yeah. Step stool.
Not over there? Well, then it's in one other place.
It's not over there.
Okay, so first we're gonna take a separate bowl, or just a bowl, and we're gonna mix the flour, baking soda, and salt. So take it, flour. I'm pouring with my left hand, that's not very smart. Okay. Flour, I'll grab some later. Okay, baking soda. There we go. Lovely. Okay, and then it says salt. It says to use 1 teaspoon of salt, but I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle. Okay, perfect. We're gonna go mix this all up. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a spoon and I'm just gonna mix all of these dry ingredients together. And then we're just gonna put this to the side. Okay, next we're gonna grab another bowl. This is gonna be the one that's gonna be used in the mixer. So your mixing bowl, I guess. Okay, and you're gonna take, it says, beat the butter, sugar, brown sugar, vanilla extract until creamy. So, let's do this. First, let's add the butter. And the butter should be softened, by the way. So I let it sit out for a while and get to room temperature. So it just makes it so much easier to like get it into like a creamy flavor. And it mixes a lot better. Okay, butter, sugar, and brown sugar, and vanilla extract, right? Okay, so this is what it looks like if you can see it. Let's go to the mixer. So next we're going to take the eggs and one at a time we're going to be adding them into the mixture just so the mixture becomes very creamy. So next we're going to take that bowl that we set aside earlier and we're going to slowly be adding that into the mixer. So we're going to add the chocolate chips next, and this is going to make sure that everything is mixed really well together. We're going to go ahead and grab some parchment paper, cut it out, make sure it's like the size of your pan. I kind of made a little mistake over here, so I'm just going to fold it over, make sure it fits the pan really well. Going to grab the cookie dough and just kind of plop them onto the sheet. We're going to head over to the oven and put it in for a start of 9 minutes. Okay, so I've tried many different chocolate chip cookie recipes in the past. I've always liked baking. So, you know, my brothers love chocolate chip cookies, so usually that's a big request in my house. And I've tried a bunch of different recipes just because It's a lot of fun, gets to test out different things. Depends on what you have in your house too. Sometimes I don't have eggs, so I find an eggless recipe, or I don't have brown sugar, so I find one without brown sugar. So I like to experiment. So I made these cookies last time I made chocolate chip cookies, and they were honestly one of the best recipes I've ever found. So I highly recommend, if you're gonna try making chocolate chip cookies, to use this recipe, the Nestle original one, the Toll House, because it was like crunchy on the outside, but it was like super chewy on the inside. And personally, I prefer chewy cookies over crunchy. Crunchy is the word? Yeah, crunchy. So I highly recommend trying out these. I'm super excited to see how these come out. I'm planning on dropping them off at my friend's house. It's kind of late now, so hopefully people are still awake when I drop them off. But yeah, definitely excited to see what my friends think of these. I'm definitely excited to see how they come out too. When you're putting cookies, when you're like rolling them and you're putting them onto the baking sheet, it's super important to make sure they're spaced out enough. If they're not, it's fine. You can always sometimes I take a little spatula and kind of separate them, or with a butter knife. But if you try to space them out, it makes it so much easier, and then the circles are perfect. It's just really pleasing. So I'm trying to make the ball not super small, but pretty small, just so I can make a bunch and give them to a lot of my friends and family. Just because I love giving out stuff that I make. I don't like to keep them in the house because then I'm gonna eat them all. So I try to give them away to friends. I did that actually the past few times I've been baking. I just do it a lot. So I like to give it out. I think it's super fun. Plus, whenever I'm bored, it just gives me something to do, like drive around and go to friends' house and just kind of leave them a little gift in the mailbox. So yeah, definitely something lots to do. I'm gonna go wash my hands now. So while the first batch of cookies were in the oven, I prepared another tray, and I have one more by my oven that's ready. Just so it makes it so much easier, so I can start cleaning up once the second and third batch are in the oven. So I recommend doing that. It just saves so much more time. It's so much more efficient that way. That's the timer. Okay, let's go see how our cookies are doing. Okay, so I just checked on the cookies and they looked a little light, not too brown colored. So I put them in for another 2 minutes. We're gonna check to see how 2 minutes is going, and then if it needs more time, we'll probably just put it in for a few more with intervals of 2 minutes, because I think that's a solid amount of time. You don't want to overdo it, but you don't want to underdo it. So yeah, so we put it in for 9 minutes, put in another 2, and we're gonna see how it looks after that. Yeah, so we kind of okay, so I just took out the first batch. So I ended up putting it in for 9 minutes, and then putting another 2 minutes, and then another 2 minutes, and then I think maybe 1 more minute after that. I kind of forget. But everybody's oven is different, so I definitely recommend doing it for the initial 9 minutes. So mine just might not be as hot as it should be. So I put mine in for the second batch. I put it in for 11 minutes, so we're gonna see how those look. It might need a few more minutes, but totally fine. But they look really good so far. They smell delicious, so I'm super excited to try them out. So yeah. So after taking them out of the oven, we're gonna let them cool on the pan for around 2 to 3 minutes, and then after that, we're gonna transfer them on over to a cooling rack. Hey guys, so I'm here again with my brother, and we're gonna try out the cookies. All right, I'll let you have a hole. Thanks. Okay, I kind of want a small one. Okay, so I'm gonna break it open for you. Ooh, this is good. They're really soft, right? And there's a slight crunch, but it's not too crunchy on the outside.
No, you're the best baker I know.
Really?
But then again, you're one of the only bakers I know.
Thanks, Michael. Really appreciate it.
Oh, but I also do know some PTA parents.
Oh! Okay, but I'm still better.
Okay.
Okay, good. Yay. Nope, that was weak. There we go. Okay, so I just finished baking all of the cookies and they honestly, like, they taste delicious. Love them. One of the best recipes, and it was so much fun to make. Anyways, so now I'm gonna put them in these cute bags and tie them off with this fun ribbon I found. And then I'm gonna go deliver them to my friends' houses because I definitely don't want all these cookies in my house because then I'm just gonna eat them all. Oh, sugar. Okay. And they're just, you know, I'd rather spread them. And I made them kind of smaller so I can make a bunch. And then, yeah. Okay, let's see. Put some ribbon. Like that much. Okay. But yeah, definitely if you guys try out this recipe, I definitely want to see how they come out for you guys. And let me know how you guys like it. Because as I said like 20,000 times, it's honestly one of the best recipes. Okay, so I'm gonna curl this ribbon just by going like that. It just kind of makes it a little bit prettier. So yeah, so I'm just gonna keep doing that to like a few bags.
What's up? Alright, this is my review for Nicolette's chocolate chip cookies. They were so good. The best chocolate chip cookies I've ever had. First of all, 10 out of 10 for the display because she put it in a cute little bag. And she did a great delivery job. Put it in my mailbox. Very easy. It was also free, so that's nice. And it just tasted amazing. The chocolate was good. Just perfect proportions. And yeah, it's so good. I think she should make a business of them.
Cookie number 2. Very good. Now, we'll try the chocolate chip.
Okay.
No, Matthew, you can't eat it yet.
I'm not going to. I was just grabbing it. For
Let me-
sake of people.
Do we have to clean our palates?
I didn't.
Cleanse.
I cleansed it with my strip.
Oh, I want to just quickly just do a little break.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Oh,
There
I
are
see.
a good amount of
Look,
chips in it, right?
Yeah.
Mine's well balanced.
Oh, wow.
Not burnt to the bottom. Nice and
Looks very fresh, very soft.
right.
Yeah, it's nice and able
Moist,
to.
chewy.
Yeah, I'm not a big too crispy of a person, you know.
Oh, there's a ball.
Mine's actually really
It
good.
feels like the chip's still warm. How's that possible?
Yeah. Been sitting in the mailbox all day.
This is very good.
Really good.
When do I have to rate it?
We're ready now.
I give it an 8.5
Why an 8.5 rather than just an 8 or a 9?
because it's not bad as an 8, but it's not as good enough to be a 9.
Okay.
I'll give it a 9. Very
Whoa.
good. And it's very, like I said, moist, chewy, had good flavor. Lots
Moist.
of chips.
I think I'd probably have to take another one just to really
Me
understand where we are with this.
Maybe it'll change
I'm
my
giving it
rating. A 0.
An 8, maybe an 8.5.
You're cheating. Go 8.3.
Just because it's a little bit too mushy for my taste. Like I said, I don't like it when it's super crispy,
All the rest is done.
but it's not, crispy enough.
At second reviewing,
10 out of 10?
No,
9.
9.
Oh, I didn't see.
Nicolette, I would give you a 10, but my wife gets a 10. Hers is. But anyway, these are delicious. Thank you very much.
as upon second
They were
viewing,
really yummy,
I'm,
Nicolette. Good
I'm
job,
bumping
honey.
mine
Thank
up
you
to
very
an
much.
8.6.
Yeah. Thank you, Nicolette.
Thanks.
Thank
It's
you.
definitely the best senior project yet.
I appreciate the dessert.
These cookies are fire. What are your thoughts, Chris?
That's a 10 out of 10. That's fire.
Okay, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and you definitely should try out this recipe. Let me know how it goes. Feel free to like and subscribe and all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye!